This is the final word on CNN Philippines. I'm Rico Hizon. Well, the past year has been a time of struggle for the hospitality industry. But as companies rev up their engines again, this female leader is taking it a step further by presenting fresh concepts to the market and championing women empowerment. We chat now with Raintree Hospitality Group CEO, Annabel Wisniewski. Annabel, how are you? Thank you so much for joining us. First of all, how is the hospitality industry coping amid the reopening of the economy?
I think very well after coming back from a very difficult 2 years. The industry was hardest hit, right? Not only the hotels, but the airline, the tours. But as of February 2022, I gather that there's at least 48,000 arrivals, but 45% of those are balikbayans, and the rest are coming from different countries. So it's getting to look good. And you can see a lot of activities now with the hospitality industry, with the restaurants, with the hotels. There's a lot of booking and there's a lot of hiring. We have started to hire ourselves, yeah.
That's great news, Annabel. But over the past 2 years, how did you pivot your businesses in Boracay, where you have Coast, in Tagaytay, and in Manila to remain competitive?
In Manila, we decided to focus on our back of house, on our production and distribution. And then we looked for opportunities and prices. And one of the good ones that we found was in Tagaytay. As you know, you've been there, Farmer's Table, right? We were able to find where people were already quite depressed and quite down. We were able to develop another a destination that became very successful using farmers, and we hired a lot of people. And then we also, during the pandemic, we decided to explore. We did not give up. We just pursued, just went ahead. We just took risk.
Let's take a look at you as a woman leader in the hospitality industry. How were you able to overcome all the challenges blocking your way, the hindrances, the hurdles from gender stereotypes that most women experience in the corporate world?
I think when I started my own career in the mid-60s, it was a little different. I came from a school where there were 7% females and 92% males. But I just pursued and I did not give up. I was overconfident. I said I was going to be better than most of them because I was not going to be left behind just because of gender. But the industry has changed now. It's no longer male dominated. In fact, it's female dominated. Right. Especially in the Philippines, as you know that.
Yes, it is female dominated in the Philippines, Annabel. But we're also seeing a lot of competition. You worked in the US, in Asia, and in many parts, in many cities around the world. How competitive is it in the global corporate world? And what does it take for a Filipina like yourself to make it internationally?
I would encourage the local people, local females, to explore international opportunities first. See if they can go to school, if they can get professional experience. It will make it a lot easier. So open your horizon and dare to dream and dare to go, dare to do it. But I think it will really open up your future.
You have been a catalyst for gender equality and women empowerment, and you have succeeded, Annabel, not only overseas, but also here in the Philippines. It is a very competitive environment, working abroad and here at home.
It is. It's very competitive. But you have to be confident and you have to work harder than the others. You have to be better than them. So, in fact, it's a little bit more difficult maybe for females because you have to prove. But you can make it. Just be determined.
Be determined, be resilient, and work hard.
And believe in yourself.
And believe in yourself. Believe in your talents and capabilities. You have been able to pivot. You've been able to innovate your business. What is your advice to business owners, to micro, small, and medium enterprises who are still struggling, amid these challenging times, despite the reopening of the economy?
Keep going, stay positive. Because if you're positive during these negative times, you already won. Don't let things get you down. Just believe in yourself, believe in your business, and also look for opportunities in crisis. There's many opportunities in crisis.
Where do you think, Annabel, are the opportunities right now in crisis?
Oh, there's a lot in terms of for the hotels and for the restaurants. Like for example, with us, when we opened Farmer's Table, it was a rundown basically place, and we were able to see an opportunity because at that time people were looking for al fresco dining, right? And it happened to be all al fresco, so it worked out very well. And we created a farm to table, so we helped the farmers, we helped the local community, and we hired a lot of people from the area. There's a lot of opportunities in crisis right now.
Well, early in the interview, Annabel, you said that you've been working since the 1960s. What keeps you going? What keeps you so active and still so involved in all your businesses and in the Raintree Hospitality Group?
Because if you love what you do, it's not work. In fact, I would get more stressed and bored if I wasn't doing anything. So, we have to keep going. And I have, I have kind of a strong sense of mission to give back to the community from where I came from, and it's about I'm very dedicated and I'm very determined to do something to create an impact and leave the world a better place, at least in my own area.
You are indeed a role model for all Filipina women leaders. Thank you so much for joining us on The Final Word, Raintree Hospitality Group CEO, Annabel Wisniewski. And before we go,